Hello, everybody. I just figured I would pop in and say hi to everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. Um, I am so not used to doing live streams. It's weird. um, I say that because, most of you people might not know, but I do live me every once in a while. And I'm so used to having the music going. I mean, ever since LAB said that he got a strike, whatever technical thing was for it, I'm very cautious. I've done guitar, you know, um, tutorial type, kind of guitar teaching type things before, uh, where I play the guitar anyway, and it's just like, I'm very cautious when it comes to that. I just don't know why. And, wow, that looks scary. I think I'll just leave that one on there. I could just, imagine my, take on me, take me on. The band's name escapes me, but I think that will be a nice thumbnail. Just me being kind of wacky. Today was an interesting day. I wanted to share with. Um, I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm in the process of trying to remember exactly what happened. For those people that are not very social, there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, besides myself. I try to be social, but the interesting thing is that um, when you have a random mind and things like that, you just overanalyze, and you just like saying hello to somebody, you could just make it complicated. So you'll know why I'm explaining this in a minute. It's relatable to the story. Um, I came up with this idea finally after many times of just overanalyzing it. That I really wasn't relatable. That however you would say it. Hello, Smokey. I've been good. I've been today was on a mission and didn't even realize it. Um, it it's a good time for you to join in and uh, listen to the story. So and just an indication of of an idea, how powerful an idea is. I mean, I just went for it. Um, I evaluated a lot of people because I'm a bus taker. I don't have the luxury of having a car. so, some people might have that disadvantage, but you know, I just really just wanted to explore the idea of um, because being on the bus is just like very uncomfortable and whatnot, and when it seems to be very quiet, um, it's just I feel like I want to try to do something for it. The whole thing was that I ordered something online, some kind of. Can we tone down the hate word? Anyway, um, it turns out that um, I was going to go pick up one of my items, and it turns out originally I was gonna go to an interview, and I had to make a great decision of how it's no. So I didn't even know that was an option on here. That's kind of bright. Megan Fox. Ooh. Okay. So anyway, sitting there taking the city bus like you know a citizen of the and I was really seriously on a mission without even realizing it, and and I helped somebody because when you help somebody in need, um, it was funny because the guy was really nice about it and everything, and I was just like, if you're on a mission, really, that's it. You have whose uh t-shirt? Um, I don't like people that use the N word, so I put that person in a timeout. Life's t-shirt. Okay, I'm lost. So anyway, lessons learned. Oh, Boy, my hair is a mess. I think I'm just gonna get back to my story. Um, so that was my whole, it wasn't my whole mission. I helped, many people, ignore what? I don't think I'm adorable. I think I'm handsome. Someone here is high. I don't know. I wonder who that might be. Megan Fox. Um. Yes, I know who you are, Megan Fox. Thank you for supporting and doing my prayers. You guess. Without the the fans or whatever, you're not gonna have nothing. You gotta, you know. Boy, um, I do appreciate you because normally I think you see me on the replay, so this is like the first time actually in a live stream, so I appreciate you coming in. Finish the story. Oh yeah, where was I? I was I talked to this guy and we were talking about guitars and how we lose stuff, and the one guy that I talked to before kind of related to losing stuff, and he's like, I hope I don't lose many things, but I hope I don't lose my mind or something like that. It was very witty. The guy, I talked to the guy uh, previously, and he was talking about how I was like, man, you probably hung around some characters, because he was just like, he came up with these like one-liner things, and it was just like, it was like really, really cool. Um, you know, um, Manner of minutes, you can start kind of a good conversation. Yeah, I'm just pressing buttons and messing around with my settings here. The one guy was he was wearing a hat, and we got into discussions of how taxes in certain areas are higher than others. Like this one area was like 9% tax on just a soda, and the electronics for kind of my area is like 9.5, which I thought was but I know they have tax on like certain different items and stuff like that. And he was talking about how like we got into a discussion, kind of the same discussion about how like I drove for the county in my hometown, which if nobody knows is that it's New Jersey, and they were just up to par on the what's up, Bat Boy? Chevy. Uh, Everybody's coming in randomly. This is pretty cool. And we're just talking about how the pay rate for my job was kind of like, it was pretty good, but like the guy was saying something different. Like they really didn't do well on this part, and that's when I he asked me for some money for some food, and I was just like, sure, because like I haven't seen you on the Beast channel. Yeah, I haven't even been really around really Chevy. When I have like missions I gotta do, I don't want to sound like I'm too busy for anybody. That's not the case. It's just I'm trying to get a somewhat of an even balance to where I can prioritize and organize everything. I haven't really even got to editing this video that I've been meaning to not slap together, but get it together and get it out to you guys, because there's a thing called quantity, not quality. LA Beast has talked about it. He's a lot more professional than I am. He puts a timeline to where he, by here it is Friday, let's just say, for instance, and his deadline is Sunday, and like I'm very bad at that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, be doing the man thing, but like I'm trying to get it together. I really am. Editing is, it takes a long time to, sit down and do that and whole thing. I mean, today was the first day that I actually picked up my guitar, because I haven't been doing even the music thing. I'm in the process of actually seeking work, and I got an interview tomorrow. That sounds promising, but I'm still keeping my options open on that and that thing, and so it's man, it's kind of like a turmoil period for right now. Um, so I just I'm gonna do my best to try to make it to his broadcast. I don't mean to be staying away, but yeah, everybody's got their own thing, whether they have kids or trying to find a job. Girlfriend won't get off your back. Those are just examples. How are you, Chevy? Um, I know you're a very big supporter, just like many. Um, I appreciate the comments, and and everybody viewing when they can, and that whole thing. I appreciate you coming by. Another one was really corrupt. Man, I worked for Walmart. The way they run that place, man, some people, act, like it's the army. You know, they just want to get their things done. Others within the company just, they got characters in there that are just for the money. So yeah, I hear you when you say the corruption part. Um, there's just I don't know what. I really can't get my head around the way these companies are working. Like, just it's a related thing. When I was doing the random video that I just mentioned earlier, they uh they started delivering auto parts at average and easy job I ever had. Walmart was definitely evil, man. Still, yeah, unfortunately, I still have to go to the same store. I mean, because it's a convenience. It's right down the street from where I lay my head. So, um, but in a related story with the businesses going down, Walmart closed their neighborhood watch and cheaper prices. Not only that, it's because I know pretty much where everything is at. Like, I don't like for instance, going to Target. I like Target, but I really don't know where everything is at because like I'm a man, I don't really like shopping. Like, I want to get my stuff and get the boop out of there. You know what I mean? To edit myself because this is a live stream. Um, but they closed down an Exxon in the same area, neighborhood Walmart, and I really wish I could uh, show you the picture of, man. I'll try to do it verbally, but it's just like a flat land. Like, there was a building here that had like nothing in it, like looking at from the side, and then the Exxon station was right there, and like they had a car wash and everything like that, but it's just like flat land, like it didn't even exist, and it's just crazy. I feel like he walks within fast through Walmart, waiting in line longer actually. Yeah, you like I do that too. Like, there was this one time that this guy was in a one of those electric carts, and like he almost came close to like where he was gonna run me over, and it kind of agitated me a little bit. And then, to make a long story short, I think I was in the store only like 3 minutes, but like I met him to where he got on the same line as me, and I was like, man, you hurry up to just wait in line, and like he didn't really say anything, but like I just thought it was funny. Like even a guy on an electric cart was like trying to rush to like get online, and like they don't care. It, it's because like the front end people don't really have um, that many machines that actually work on there. They're gradually getting better, but not really. Um, their scheduling, their scheduling is really bad to put you on like behind the scenes of how they really work. Like, for instance, I noticed I don't work in the front. Just I wanted to put that on record, but like they had one time it was like around this time, like 9 o'clock at night, and like they had like money problems, and I was like, how could they have money problems? Like that's their job to like. They were saying like they were running out of change or something like that, and I was just like, really? And I actually heard this when I was um, like I was I think I was just like doing stocking, like zoning and doing that thing, because they do that too. Like they'll put you. It doesn't matter if you're let's just say in one department. It doesn't matter. They utilize the they tell you to go to other places. I was in the back room unloading the trucks, but that didn't matter. They would send me out on the floor, go zone paper, and if we get another manager for a department, say like they were in toys, they'll send us to even zone toys. That thing I didn't really enjoy because I have this thing where how like Target, when you go into Target it looks neat. Like Walmart doesn't. I mean they're starting to get like that at our store. You know, there's a thing that they get where it they they want to do that to where the shelves are there's supposed to be no holes in there, because I worked for Dollar General too, and that place was like they got robbed most of the time, and the volume little. It might be the buffering thing, because the Wi-Fi in here sometimes cuts off. Yeah, I had to mute my mic and then unmute it. Uh, it seemed it worked. I don't know. Don't get me on technology. I have a technology problem right now that I'm trying to resolve, and it's one of those things that you ever just stump yourself and ask your friend, you forget a title of a movie or something like that, and you're just like, well, this is my stump moment. So I'm having like one of those stump moments to where I was beaten one day, but I'll figure it out. I always do. But oh man. I used to smoke a lot of weed and definitely got those. Well, growing up, um, I had people that I would socialize with that would they would drink and smoke weed. So I just happened to be in the room when they were smoking weed and get a contact high. So that's probably why I have some timers and not Alzheimer's just yet. Oh, I got some stories on that. The lady passed out. It was Christmas time, so I remember it because she passed out underneath the Christmas tree. And you know what that means. They were writing right on her forehead. I think everybody has done that. And if it wasn't for them, I would probably really 8mm. Oh, that's a cool effect, though. 8mm. When you go live, Chevy, do you ever mess with the filters? That is pretty cool. I'm doing live on my phone because I don't like the angle of my camera on my computer because you can't modify anything really. Like I like to. Yeah, the only ideas that I have is just to like I like checking in. Um, this is like a good time, I guess, to go live streaming. I know LA Beast usually does his live streams around this time, and I try not to do it around the same time as somebody else, because I want to try to get people in here as much as possible, and this is just another spontaneous thing. Um, I don't want to say that planning things is bad, but usually when I spontaneously do something, it usually goes a lot more uh, better, I should say. Uh, I noticed if I would have planned this, it probably wouldn't be this good. But it is what it is. When man, today was reminiscing about when I lost all my stuff, and I was just like, I try not to think about it because, like, the way I lost it is pretty much a spontaneous thing. Like, I don't. That's the one thing I would not recommend anybody do. Um, a lot of people I know do it though, like spontaneous, like just get up and leave. Like something makes you mad, and then you're just like, screw this. I'm gonna, go pack up all my stuff and just leave. And I actually did that. That's how I got here in Arkansas. And I wouldn't recommend doing that because I just got back all the stuff, pretty much all the stuff that I lost, besides rare recordings that I did. Luckily, I was smart enough to save my stuff digitally to where, oh, check this stuff out. You want to get ready to laugh. This was an item that was actually at Walmart. Can you see that? I feel old now. It's got the whole reason why I got it was because of of this thing right here has very rare jazz loose funk stuff on it that I'm trying to recreate. And there's my logo of my jazz loose funk right there, and that's my other design. But yeah, they still sell these. They're very randomly on the trucks. And boy, what a reminder of this, owning this thing. It sounds like a diesel truck. Like it just goes when it runs. And it actually, the funny thing about it is, the humorous thing about it is it actually has its own microphone. I feel like one of those reporters. That's just too funny. I was like, man, I know I'm up there in age, but it just tape. I mean, we're going back. We're going back a little bit on that. But that was just when I got my tax money. That's one of the things I was trying to get it to where I wouldn't, it was. I wanted to get stuff that I needed, not wanted. 8mm projector with movies. Wow. And a giant screen from the late 60s and still works. Wow, I would hold on to that if you can. Yeah, I would man, I don't know what I would do to, I mean, I would preserve that thing. That's like a classic antique. This one, I still saved, I still have the box. I'm gonna keep it in the box and try to do my best to not ruin it in any way. And you know what the funny thing was? I asked the lady. She actually asked me, "Would you like protection on it?" And I was like, "How much?" And she's like, $2. I was like, "Sure, why not?" You know how delicate those tapes are? We're really good condition and just needed to be cleaned a bit. Looks like almost like new. Wow. That goes underneath like the stuff I was talking about, how rare like stuff is, like um the only way that things like items are gonna continuously keep on going. I mean, I know the VHS tapes are kind of old too, but the we the people gotta, keep the stuff, alive. It's great for like remembering. Like for instance, my Gibson Les Paul that I had two of them, but if whenever I see a Gibson Les Paul, it brings back a lot of memories, good and bad. Um, you know, having that tape reminds me of when I was actually in Arizona. You know, staying with my mom. I only stayed with her for like 2 years, but Arizona, Parker, Arizona was like a wake up call for me. To give you a little insight, the area that I was in, there were still tribals there, and I don't want to call them Indians because that's a white man's name. I should say Cherokees, and they have a right to be bitter. I remember being in a karaoke environment. There's only one bar there that does karaoke, and not even very joyful in a bar, which I do not blame them. But yeah, that was pretty much a wake up call. Why my mom chose that place. Um, she probably heard about all the shootings in Phoenix, Arizona, because even I here heard about the shootings in Phoenix. And she really didn't want me to go there. I was like, I really wanted to go to the city because, I'm a city guy, not really a country guy or a small town guy. So she convinced me to stay where she was at because I was like, yeah. But it's probably just like every other city, they have their certain areas where you just don't go and whatnot. And wow, a project that's crazy, man. It's a good kind of crazy. Very interesting. 8 millimeter projector. Um, I had a lot of VHS. I used to record a lot of my TV shows on VHS. Mystery Science 3000 was one of my things, and then Comedy Comedy Central presents, whatever comedian it was. I used to like religiously watch like a lot of that because I had one of those TVs. This is going back, quite a ways too. The TV that had the VHS, built in, like it was just one unit. I actually own one of those. And actually, I remember losing, I think I lost that too, believe it or not. From what I remember, it still works. I mean, it's ridiculous. Whoever had the storage unit that I left behind had a gold mine because I had a Fender 5-string bass, which they don't make them like that. I mean, they still make them, but it was a Pacific model. $900 I paid uh, for the thing, and I'm a guitarist, so you could just imagine what somebody would be, um, it would be kind of sad if they sold it for less, because that's one of the conversations that me and the other guy were having, that they, people just throw things away, say like an apartment building, people just leave their stuff behind. That's how I got my first guitar, believe it or not. A friend of mine that I grew up with, um, his dad owned this building, and they were moving out, and they just left their guitar behind. And that's how I got my first guitar, believe it or not. It was a Gibson, and trust me, it was an old one. I want to say it was like the Stray Cats. If you know Brian from the Stray Cats, guy with the blonde hair, you could look him up on YouTube if you don't know who he is. But he has a red guitar. Mine was Sunburst. It was a Gibson, but it was just different color. Same kind of replica. It didn't have the whammy bar. It wasn't that old, but big money. I'm just gonna tell you. If I still owned that thing, if I had a kid, probably could have paid for its college, him or hers college. Just give you a little insight of how much it probably worth. Yeah, when I was younger, I appreciate you coming in. If I haven't said it to you already, am I leaving something out? Oh, is somebody in LED thing say a random thing? I might just have to go in the other room. I do need to get some water. The lighting in my living room is better though. It's gonna be dark for a minute. Is it any better? I mean the um the audio. Okay. Let me just get some water. I have some throat problems. One time when I was with my mom, I actually took a large bite, and it actually got stuck like right about back of the neck though, but like right there, and I was choking, and you know, obviously I survived, but I think what happened was is that my throat is kind of messed up from that, and so man, I don't remember what I was talking about. Checkers, tapes, old old guitars. It's ridiculous. I spent at least over $3,000 the last time I got um, amplifiers, and the one thing the one thing that I miss, and I know these are just possessions or just things to have, but the one thing that I do miss is my PV Backstage 110, which from what I gather, I actually researched it, and I don't think they even sell those things anymore, or even make them, because like the PVs that I have are, except for the bass amp, uh, is digital, which I don't know. I'm kind of old school. I had a Marshall solid state once before, and I rather have a Marshall. I paid like $800 for that one, and I remember it because I remember paying like 800, around 800, 900, because like I was like, man, I could have easily put $300 more down or whatever it was, and I could have had a half stack, which I lost that too. I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because it would have just been more money that I wasted on, that I don't really have. I don't have the product, so I can go into pretty much my music history. Um, my mom was very supportive, whether or not it had anything to do with that she broke my Gibson, the one that I had. I don't know why I had it downstairs or something like that. It's probably why I'm very possessive of my stuff. I don't like people touching my stuff now. But my mom felt bad because she broke it. Was I was furious. I ain't gonna lie. Um, just woke up one day and I'm like, "Where's my guitar?" And she's like, "I broke it." So I guess through guilt, she got me another guitar, and I spent all his spare money, spare cash. Why does it go so? Oh. Yeah, my Marshall. I'll never forget that damn thing. Man, that thing was loud. And we lived in an old house, so the walls were really bad. Like literally, I think one one section there was like a doorway to another room, which was like on the other side, and all it was just sheetrock. There was no installation. I guess the people that lived there before us just wanted to board it up because, like, it was inside what was my room, and guitarists just want to play loud. When you play electric, you just want to play loud. I don't know. It's what it's there for, I guess. The solid state one, I don't know if I would really buy it again. I probably wouldn't be able to get that model again. But I know one thing's for sure. I would never hook up a wah pedal to it because somebody actually gave me this wah pedal, which was pretty nice of them. I think it was one of the co-workers or something that I worked with at the time, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I hooked up that wah pedal and actually blew out one of the channels of there to where it wasn't working really good, and luckily I didn't totally blow it out, but I still don't remember. I mean, I remember having a lot of pedals, but I don't remember. And I guess I was hooking it up to, well, I was probably hooking it up to the PV 110 because the 110 is like, not very, not very big. It's like a, I don't know how to describe it. It was kind of like medium size type. That was like one of my portable ones because I did have many bands. I had the one with Bruce, the one with the other guy. I can't remember his name for some reason. He was a piece of work. I'll just say he didn't like my I guess mellow type music that I would play. I remember one time he was like, "Man, just play that other thing that you were just doing before." And man, I don't remember how he got a drum set. I think he had his own drum set. Wow, I'm gonna have to go back in my room. I might have to just risk it. I'm a type of person that prefers it to be warm to where I'm not having the chills. And living room, our living room is not warm right now. So, did you hang out with a lot of musicians, Chevy? I want to try to find a good place where I can mount this. I bought one of these handy things to where you could connect it to your phone to where it's a kickstand. Because I do get tired. I mean, the amp was like basically like maybe that big. It's probably like one of those small amps, kind of like I got now. I really wish I could find somebody that was affordable where I could fix my. This guy just gave me this amp, and it's nice and crisp sound to it. It's just that it's got it needs to be modified a little bit. Really? What was his name? Like his first name. You don't have to give me the last name. 70s and 80s. That name does sound familiar. Like, what bands did he play with? Any, uh, like Journey or anything like that? Journey just came to my mind. I don't know. 70s and 80s? Boy, that could be like a lot of 70s and 80s bands. Led Zeppelin comes to mind. My I revisited Humble Pie. I just bought one of their CDs. Remember seeing was what? You actually met Les Paul? Wow. I would I would probably wow. Do you have like pictures? Or do they have pictures? Wow, man, that is awesome. Pretty much all the stuff that I did with the musicians that I had were just like friends, of friends, and they, just casual conversations, and but some of them, man, some of the people in New Jersey, man, are just plain fools, man. You would like ask them, "Do you play?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And say it was guitar. They'd be like, "Do you own one?" They would be like, "No." I'd be like, "Well, how do you play if you don't have the instrument?" They used to kill me all the time. That would be cool. I mean, I don't live. I mean, I know where Hot Springs is. Um, I mean, it's not far from here. I took a drive there one time. I was actually at the what is it, the track or whatever it is. There's the horse races, and then it's gambling there too. We were trying out the machines, and that's funny. Oh, I kept on putting my money in the machines. Uh, we're trying multiple ones. Didn't win. And then my friend gives me like $5 or whatever it was. And then we won like $15. Yeah, if you could copy it and link it to one of like the comments in here or the discussion section of the about thing, I would appreciate it. This way I can go and just link it back. I can't believe that I've been talking for an hour and 6 minutes and a half already. I was gonna go for 30 minutes, but I figure the longer you go, the better the stream is. Um, I got a piece of paper right here. I could write it down. Yeah, it is kind of funny though. The name it is like calling to me too. Longest blonde hair. It's probably because one of my relatives is named Vince. I have to associate people's names with other people sometimes to remember their names. I'll definitely check that out when I get off here. Um, wow, it's actually after 10, so I gotta kind of tone it down a little bit. It's funny after 10 o'clock. Usually, I'm more motivated to play my guitar after 10 o'clock. I don't know because I prefer to play electric, which I put money down on a different guitar just the other day. It's a pay as you go kind of deal. Pretty sweet deal actually, because you could put any amount down on it if you want. So I don't know why this thing doesn't stay up there. Junior. Do 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 do. Writing stuff down. Do do do. So all I gotta do is just go to your channel and it's the likes. It'll probably be easier. Phew, man, I wish this headache would go away. Okay, that will work. Let's see, do I have any aspirins? I don't remember where I put them. Should be over there, I think. I don't know what the source of my headaches are. I just wish that I would stop having them already. There's some type of thing that I saw today where you could get evaluated or something like that. Yep. I hope I didn't lose you. Well, I don't know. I think I gotta take these. Because it's gonna take like 30 minutes to kick in. It's probably all the pain in my neck, probably. Well, pretty much. If he doesn't come back, I'm probably just gonna end this. I have to get ready for my um, awesome sleep, is what I call it, because I have to get up as early as possible. Yeah, like I said, I've been putting applications in for places, and they've been calling me randomly, but it's usually between 8 and 9 in the morning, so. Yep. As I told a Walmart associate, I'd be like, I get up uh, around like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't even have a job to go to yet anyway. It's also because, sadly enough, I realized the other day that I got like 18 more days and then I can go back to work. I have to wait till my my call-in days thing gets off. There's a 6 months kind of like grace period that you have to wait. Because, like, I don't want to go back there. I had, like, nine absences, whatever it was. And if I went back now, it would. They won't let me back because of that. Because I want to have a clean slate when I come back, anyways. Because basically, you got to start all over again. But hopefully, this interview tomorrow will go without a hitch. It sounds really interesting. It's in a hospital, parent preparing food. Um, I have very good feelings about this. The the manager or the hiring person, whatever, sounded really cool. So positive vibes always helps positive things. So um, if I don't get this job, I'll just consider it a loss and move on. Um, because of it being 18 days before, I have the opportunity to go back to my old job, I will and I shall be very persistent on getting something else because it's true what they say about Walmart. They don't treat you very well. They always act like you didn't do anything every day, and my people, they work hard over there. Unloading a truck is not an easy job. If you know, if you're a young person and you work out all the time, it should be nothing. But like very physical, very mental because they have to play mind games because they're a corporation, really. And long story short, um, I don't really want to go back. I'm gonna try to do my best to not go back, but I'm going by my job history of what I'd done before and things like that, and I'm trying to see if I can try other avenues. Um, you know, some days, like for instance, I was looking for jobs for driving, and a lot of them are commercial license, which I do not have my commercial license, and I'm thinking of still taking the test because I got the book. I could easily just study. Really, nothing, no time flat. Um, as LAB says, I'm going to be winding down here. Um, I had a great time doing this. I appreciate everybody. Even if you come in for 2 minutes, you guys are awesome. Um, you are part of, what am I like? If I would name my posse, I would name my posse like the Awesome Nation of ASR Miles. Um, yep, great people do great things. Stay positive, stay strong. Godspeed. God bless you. Everything positive. Um, uh, really can't outdo that. I mean, that's positive thoughts right there. Um, I always used to say, live to fight another day. Thank you, Chevy. Uh, live long and prosper. Can I do that? Yeah. It hurts a little bit. Live long and prosper. Hopefully it's the right reference. Um, until next video, I've already said, be strong, be awesome. There you go. I appreciate you. God bless and good night.